Welcome back to the channel, guys. I know it's been a while. It's been quite a while since I've made a YouTube video. I hadn't had motivation, or I just didn't know what to post, what to create, what to talk about, something that would interest you guys. And so what I've been doing is I made a TikTok. I have a TikTok account, same as this, Nurse Montez TV, and it's growing very fast, very well. And a lot of questions that I get are, how do I become a travel nurse? Well, becoming a travel nurse is actually relatively easy because all you got to do is become a nurse, LPN, RN, get you a year of experience in a specialty, and travel. Simple enough. But however, I think if you want to truly be successful in being a travel nurse, you have to understand the ins and outs of a travel nurse. Like you have to understand how they calculate the pay, the stipends. You have to understand taxes. You have to understand which states do compact license, which states do not. You want to know about the hospitals you're going to. You want to know about meal plans. You want to know about where you want to stay at. But we're not going to get into that per se. I think I've done that before, but if you want to be more specific in my up and coming videos, I can do that. But for this video in particular, I'm not going to talk about the extra things. What I want to talk about is travel nursing specialties in high demand. Because even if you become a travel nurse, you may not get as much work if you're in specialties that aren't in high demand. So I'm just going to talk about 5 specialties in high demand and how much you could make if you decided that that's the specialty for you. So let's get into it. So the 5 that I came up with. Now, granted, these are not the only 5 that are in high demand. Of course, if you do your research, you'll figure that out. But for the sake of this video, I'm only going to name 5. So we got medical surgical nursing. We've got ICU nurses. We've got telemetry nurses, OR nurses, and ER nurses. Those are the 5 that I wanted to mention and kind of just give you an understanding of how well you could do as a travel nurse if you pick one of these specialties. Now, granted, if any of these specialties I mentioned, they may not be for you. They may not be for you. You might want to be in labor delivery, and that's cool. You can find stuff as a travel nurse in labor and delivery. I just know that these 5 are particularly going to be very good in terms of a successful travel nursing career. Now, feel free to put in the comments ones that you found to be very successful or ones that you do very well in. If it's a different one that I've mentioned, feel free to talk about it in the comments. Feel free to tell me I'm wrong if that's the case. Tell me. All right, so as you know, medical surgical nursing is what I do. So I have a lot of say-so or advice that I could give someone in that area. I'm just gonna state whatever pops up. So here we go. So as a registered nurse, if you got with Health Quest America here in Newnan, Georgia, I live in Atlanta, Georgia. This is Newnan, Georgia. Their range they give you is $28.32, which is actually very low in terms of an RN being a travel nurse, which I know you guys can make like 60, 70, 80. Especially during the pandemic, it was $100 an hour, if not more. But being that we're out of the pandemic, don't necessarily expect to make that high, but I'm pretty sure you could still get around 50, 60. And at the same time, it also depends on your experience. I'm on Indeed.com, so anyone can do this if they were just really interested. A med-surg nurse, Infogenie Consulting Inc. This is out of Savannah, Georgia. $49 an hour, not bad. Med-surg registered nurse, Nurses Direct is the name of the agency. Up to $75 an hour. We've got a registered nurse working for U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs in Tennessee, 2N and 3N med-surg. Yeah, $53,800 a year, up to $101,499 a year. It's not bad, not bad. It's actually really good. We got travel nurse, travel med-surg RN or LPN. The agency is Adventure Nursing. This position is based out of Kentucky, $36 an hour to $56 an hour. Really good, really good. We got licensed practical nurse, the Infogenie Consulting Inc. agency again for Macon, Georgia. This will be $30 to $36 an hour as an LPN. And let's see, maybe I can find one more just for kicks. You have a travel med surg nurse, RN. Focus Staff is the name of the agency, $1,441 up to $1,754 a week, which is pretty good numbers, really good numbers for a med surg nurse, of course. So here we go. We do ICU. Now ICU, you may actually get a bigger deal or bigger pay package for this particular specialty because ICU is, I would say is a level up from med surg, definitely. So registered nurse, Savient Health LLC is the name of the agency. So this position is PRN for an RN based out of Tennessee, and your rate would be $65 an hour to $70 an hour. So now we're talking bigger pay, definitely bigger pay. So this particular one was 30 days ago, which I'm pretty sure was more so of a COVID contract. Doesn't necessarily specify, but generally that's what you would see with a number this high. So ICU RNs in Massachusetts, Healthcare Travel Inc. is the name of the agency, $100 an hour as an RN. We have another one, Travel ICU RN, Alabama, $88.89 an hour, Adventure Nursing. And also, I'll say it also depends on location, which will determine how high of an hourly rate that you can get. For example, if you live in California, you'll probably be in a much higher pay bracket than you would say Florida. It's a great place to live, but it's expensive to live there. So generally, you're going to get a higher pay rate so that you can afford to live in such an area. So let's see here. You got med-surg, ICU. Let's do OR department. Let's see. OR is operating room. I mean, it can mean different things, but for what I'm talking about in OR is the operating room. Operating room nurse, Ace Stack LLC is the name of the agency. Ace Stack, right? And so this would be based out of Gainesville, Georgia, and the hourly rate is going to be $55 an hour. Then we have another one. This is the one I tell a lot of people to go and look at on TikTok. Operating room, registered nurse. The agency is Trusted Health. This particular position is based out of Crestview, Florida. You're gonna make $2,690 a week, which is actually really good. And we have a cardiovascular operating room registered nurse, same agency, Trusted Health. This one's gonna be based out of Savannah, Georgia, $2,340 a week. So pretty good money. Now, normally these rates would have been much higher, especially during COVID, but things are starting to slow down, you could say. So you may not get that high. Granted, I did mention one that was $100 an hour. I mentioned one that was $88 an hour. So you're gonna have your highs in certain areas, and you're gonna have your lows in certain areas. So if you're looking for the highs, you gotta do your research. You just gotta know where to go. So now we're going to be on the ER. See if I can find one for you guys. Kind of let you know what you could expect to make if you were able to get into the ER as a nurse. Like you could be LPN, you could be RN. RN is going to be more readily accepted in the ER, but it is not impossible for an LPN to get into such a unit. So RN, emergency room. You can see. Let's see. Okay, Iron Man Staffing Medical Services, Inc. The hourly rate that they're offering is $32.96 up to $44.82 an hour, which is actually not bad. I mean, could you do better? You could. You could if you wanted to. But is that rate bad? No, it is not. All right, so another one, emergency room nurse, A-Stack LLC, once again, $55 an hour. So not bad. Oh, and the last one I mentioned was telemetry nurse. So let's check that out. And just FYI, there are also telemetry technicians that could travel if you were interested. You just got to look for it. I just saw one. So not only, you don't have to be a telemetry nurse to travel and do telemetry. You could be a telemetry tech. Just FYI, if you didn't know. All right, so this one is Staffing ETC. I don't know nothing about this agency, but they got one up here for Indeed.com. Let's see here. The hourly rate that they're offering is $43 to $45 an hour. Not bad. It's actually, it's really good. Really good. Let me see if I can find you one more. Okay. Telemetry unit, registered nurse. Another one from Trusted Health Agency. So if you learn nothing from this video, Trusted Health might be an agency that you might want to check out because they just keep popping up and their rates are pretty good. So the hourly rate that they're offering here is $2,760 a week. And the area is based out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. So there you have it, guys. 5 specialties that I think are in high demand based off of the experience that I have in travel nursing and talking with different agencies and asking different questions. Med-surg, ICU, telemetry, OR, ER. Now, if you don't like those specialties, of course, you don't have to go in those. But those are just 5 that I know of that you would do pretty well with in travel nursing if you wanted to make this a long-time career, which you can. If you can continue to do your research and continue to find out, where the hot picks are. Now, in terms of the travel community now, something that you might want to look into is becoming a vaccination nurse, being that everybody's getting the vaccine, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, and so forth. Everybody's getting that. Well, they need nurses to give it. So you might want to look into that if you're looking for the next big thing or the next big wave in travel nursing. Right now, it's becoming a vaccination nurse. So that's it, guys. I just want to shed some light for those who want to be a travel nurse that are maybe come here from my TikTok. There you go. If you need more tips or you need particular topics that you want me to cover, I'll do so. But in the meantime, this is Nurse Montez TV. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Continue to share the content. Continue to share the love. Share the love, okay? Don't hold back, somebody else's blessing. You know what I'm saying? If you know someone that's a travel nurse and they want some tips, you can show my video and hopefully this helps. All right, so I'll see you on the next video. I promise. It won't be almost a month for my next one to come out. All right, peace.